changes are coming to TripHacks DC in 2024, and I want to be the first to tell you about them. But first, hello, my name is Rob. I'm a tour guide and founder of TripHacks DC Tours. My goal has always been to share my best tips, tricks, and travel hacks for visitors who want to explore Washington, D.C. And I've been doing this for nearly 7 years. In that time, I've posted over 250 travel videos on this YouTube channel, plus another 50 Washington, D.C. live streams, plus a few hundred short videos, over 50 podcast episodes, and I'm a tour guide and have personally given guided Washington, D.C. tours to thousands of you over the years. So, what's left? Since you chose to watch this video, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of what's to come in 2024, what's changing and how. And I'm also extremely curious. So if this is not your first TripHacks DC video, can you remember the first video that you saw? And when did you start regularly watching? Leave a comment under the video and let me know. In some ways, TripHacks DC can never run out of content ideas because travel and tourism is constantly changing and evolving. Some of my most popular and highest viewed videos on this channel are now several years old. Some were made before COVID and desperately need an update. So that's actually going to be my top priority for 2024, creating really high quality, useful videos on topics like the monuments, the museums, metro, and others. I'm also going to put a lot more of my energy into producing the TripHacks DC podcast. Believe it or not, I actually like producing the podcast more than anything else because I can take a deep dive on a topic and not have to worry about YouTube thumbnails or algorithms or anything like that. So in many ways, the podcast is actually the most authentic TripHacks DC content. And if you've never listened before, that's okay. Now's a great time to start. You can find it over at triphacksdc.com/podcast. And if you prefer to listen in a podcast app, I have links to all the major podcast apps there too. Speaking of algorithms, let's talk about TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't, but I actually did a major experiment with short video in 2023. And the results were, in some ways, amazing, but ultimately not very satisfying. On the one hand, I had several videos go viral and rack up millions upon millions of views. But based on the comments that those videos generated, and based on the number of people who enjoyed them enough to press the subscribe button or sign up for a guided tour, I would say they fell completely flat. And the most important thing that I learned is that the algorithms seem to favor videos that are on interesting topics, but that are outside of the core mission of TripHacks DC, which is to provide helpful, useful travel tips to visitors who are coming here. So in 2024, that's what I want to focus my energy on. Not videos that go viral or rack up millions of views, but that are actually useful to you. So I will continue producing short videos as part of my Q&A series. If you have a question about an upcoming Washington, D.C. trip, you can leave it as a comment on this video or any YouTube video. And if I haven't answered that question yet, I will add it to my queue. Now, let's talk about live streams and how those are going to change in 2024. Back in 2020, during COVID, I started doing walk and talk live streams in Washington, D.C. And they're a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoy interacting with everyone who tunes in live. But in 2023, I did a lot fewer live streams, and that's for the simple reason that in 2023, I was out giving a lot more guided tours. I simply didn't have the time that I did when things were slow during COVID. So what I plan to do in 2024 is replace some of the live streams with pre-recorded virtual tours around DC, similar to the Navy Yard Game Day virtual tour that I posted last spring and people seem to enjoy. I'm also thinking about putting my GoPro on the front of my bike and doing a few bike ride videos around DC. So if that sounds interesting to you, or you have any ideas for bike rides that would make good videos, leave a comment and let me know. And I do still hope to do some live streams, but to accommodate my tour schedule, they will likely be on the weekends, on the National Mall, in between tours. I would love to incorporate more guests into these live streams, like what I did with Webbyfoot last year, or the Megan Daily the year before. But scheduling guests can be tricky, so we'll see if it's something I'm able to do. Now, something that's out of my control, but I want to make you aware of, are the ads that play before my videos on YouTube. Since I started doing this, YouTube gave video makers the option of what type of ads appeared before videos. I always tried to allow only skippable ads before the video and never have any ads in the middle of a video, because I personally despise ads and want to put you through as few of them as possible. Unfortunately, YouTube has changed their policy and you can no longer set it to only skippable ads. So you might have watched a non-skippable ad before this video or any other video, and for that, I am sorry. But again, this one is now out of my hands. For what it's worth, I have subscribed to YouTube Premium since all the way back when it was called YouTube Red. And I watch enough that I think it has been worth every penny. Because like I said, I really do despise ads. And of course, Trip Hacks DC is not just a YouTube channel and a podcast. It's a tour company. I'm a tour guide, and I will be out this season giving plenty of tours. But to accommodate the seasonality of tourism and accommodate as many guests as possible this season, I may be changing the structure of tours slightly this year. I'm still working on the details, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel so that you can get all the important announcements when they come out. Plus, check out my video about how Trip Hacks DC makes money and why I think it's important for you as a traveler. Just go ahead and click or tap right over here to watch it now. Enjoy your trip.